Any questions from the audience? Did you please, it's my question to the audience, please identify errors in his presentation. Or try to tell what sounds suspicious.
Black magic.
I don't know. So the procedure seems correct, but there is a deceptive language. So some of the concepts are named with inappropriate words. Did anyone in the audience identify which was not ideal? Okay, let me probably cover this section so that we do not go too far into deception. So I like these pictures, and I will redraw them and point some features on them and ask you to name them. So you have Perl, then you have code, then you have your out file, and then you do have 4 parameters, A, B, C, D. Each line is numerically represented by points. And we have specific number of points. Each line has a starting minimal energy. It is what we show on the screen. And each line has a maximal energy. We cannot go to infinity. And the contribution from each specific individual energy level has a specific width parameter. If you know which orbitals are occupied and which are unoccupied, one can identify a gap as an energy offset between HOMO and LUMO. So here is a question. To establish correspondence between this picture and this command, like which of these symbols are referred as A, B, C, and D?
Okay, so I believe that this would be C. This would be D. This width would be B. And A, I honestly have no idea. The number of points.
Mm-hmm.
So B times A would be this whole thing. No?
Just number of points.
Okay.
Okay. So right now everything went perfect. The decepting language in the presentation, at least how I heard it, that you were referring the B parameter as a gap. You were telling like, if we increase this 0.1, it changes the gap. It doesn't change the gap. It changes the width of individual line.
Okay.
More questions? Okay, I have more. What is the physical, chemical, scientific reason for a line being not infinitely thin, but for assigning a specific width to a line. Do you see any mechanisms?
The reason for assigning a specific width was, this might be total bullshit, but
Let's record it.
I think it's just like based on sort of, you know, temperature distribution. You won't have.
Excellent.
You won't
Perfect.
have,
Enough. It was already correct. So those are single point calculations. But in real life, all materials are heated up, and all ions are moving, shaking. And when ions are performing small oscillations, the energies of orbitals performing oscillations. And then energy of each specific orbital is not nailed down to a fixed value. It makes a little oscillations. And in average, the width of this distribution is related to a temperature. So you can tell thermal broadening defines the width of this individual line. Okay? More questions?
so this would be like absolute zero. This would be like boiling hot.
Maybe it will be temperature on surface of a sun.
Okay.
So we need some in between. More questions? If no, let's thank Joe once again.